political battle for Rivers State ahead of the 2027 presidential election may be far from settled. Just as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, declares that there will be no opposition capable of stopping President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Rivers State. A group of young people in Port Harcourt has taken a very different position. A viral 45-second video circulating on social media shows youth moving through parts of Port Harcourt and urging residents not to vote for the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2027 general election. Their message is direct, emotional, and focused on the economic hardship many Nigerians say they are experiencing. The youth accuse the Tinubu administration of worsening poverty and failing to resolve the economic difficulties confronting ordinary Nigerians. In the video, they can be heard chanting, "You get food for house? No. You get light for house? No. Hunger day. Tinubu brought hunger through bad government."
No! You get light for house? No! You get good road? No! You get water? No! Are we happy? No! Hunger day? Yes! Hunger day? Yes! Hunger day? Yes! Hunger! Who caused the hunger? Who caused the hunger? Bad government! Bad government!
As me, I do like this. I always talk up. Say, if we get good government, we not go dey like this. Our problem na bad government. The politicians, they talk say our problem now because we the youth we dey carry gun. That we they use, they carry the hijack ballot box. That we they use to do this, to do that. Who they give us the money to go to them? Who they tell us to go to them? Who they arrange us to go to them? Who they push us to go to them? Who they make us do them? They don't give us food to eat. We don't get food. And they like this, work day, but their children, they allow us to see the work. They go declare opportunity for NMPC. People like me and you don't go see opportunity to work there. They go declare opportunity for CBN. People like us don't see opportunity to work there. But when it comes to cleaner, they go remember us. When it comes to ballot box hijacking, they go remember us. When it comes to hijacking of everything, they go remember us. As we talk like this, even though my sister no go happy, but I go still talk am. Because as it dey like this, our Nigerian government no respect constitution again. So I ask government in place and I ask government institution, if our politicians, our government wey dey in place, no dey respect constitution, now me wan make I respect constitution.
The video has quickly become part of the wider political conversation surrounding Rivers State, a state that could become one of the key battlegrounds in the 2027 presidential election. And the timing is significant. Wike, a former governor of Rivers State and one of the most influential political figures in the state, has repeatedly projected confidence in Tinubu's chances. He has declared that politicians hoping to defeat the president in Rivers should forget about it, insisting that the political structure supporting Tinubu remains firmly established in the state. Wike has also argued that Rivers voters are united behind the president and that the state is effectively secured for the APC in 2027. But the scenes captured in the viral video raises a different question. Is Rivers really politically settled for Tinubu? The answer may not be as straightforward as either side suggests. The youth seen in the video represents only one group of voters, and a short social media recording cannot be used to determine the overall political mood of an entire state. At the same time, dismissing such scenes completely could also be dangerous for any political organization preparing for an election. Rivers State is strategically important. It is one of Nigeria's major oil-producing states, has a large voting population, and has historically played an important role in national politics. The state also has a complicated political history involving competing political structures, powerful personalities, and shifting alliances. Wike's current alliance with President Tinubu is particularly significant because of his own political history within the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Wike was a leading member of the PDP before becoming one of the 5 governors who refused to support the party's presidential campaign in the manner expected by their leadership during the 2023 election. After Tinubu emerged victorious, Wike accepted appointment as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. His political influence in Rivers has remained a major factor in discussions about the 2027 election. But political influence does not automatically translate into every individual voter's decision. That is where the arguments from the Port Harcourt youths become relevant. Their complaint is not primarily about political structures. It is about the economy. They are pointing to food prices, electricity, and the wider cost of living crisis. Since the Tinubu administration introduced major economic reforms, including the removal of the petrol subsidy and changes to the foreign exchange system, the government has argued that the reforms are necessary to stabilize the economy and create conditions for long-term growth. But for many households, the immediate experience has been far more difficult. Food prices have risen sharply compared with what many Nigerians were accustomed to paying before the reforms. Transportation costs have also increased, while electricity and other household expenses remain major concerns. The government has repeatedly defended its policies, arguing that economic reforms take time to produce their full benefits and that measures are being introduced to cushion the impact on vulnerable Nigerians. That creates a political dilemma for the APC. The government wants voters to judge the administration by its broader economic reforms, infrastructure projects, investment figures, and long-term objectives. Opponents want voters to judge it by what they experience every day at markets, petrol stations, schools, hospitals, and workplaces. And elections are ultimately decided by voters. This is why Wike's confidence that there will be no opposition in Rivers State is likely to face scrutiny as the election approaches. The minister's political coalition, often described as a rainbow coalition, includes individuals and groups from different political backgrounds who have aligned around his preferred candidates. The coalition's strength is based largely on political organization and established networks. But there is another factor that cannot be ignored: public sentiment. A strong political structure can mobilize voters, but economic dissatisfaction can also reshape political loyalties. The viral video from Port Harcourt, therefore, offers a glimpse into one side of that battle. These youths are essentially saying that political promises are not enough. They want tangible improvements in their daily lives. They are asking whether families can afford food, whether electricity is available, and whether government policies are improving their circumstances. Their message also directly challenges Wike's assertion that Rivers is already politically secured for Tinubu. The youth's action does not necessarily mean that the APC will lose Rivers State. It does mean that there are residents willing to publicly challenge the political narrative that the state's 2027 vote has already been decided, and that many become increasingly important as political campaigns intensify. There is also a warning here for every political party. Voters should not be treated as permanent political property. A voter who supported one party in the previous election can change alliance in the next election. Political alliances can change. Economic conditions can change. Public opinion can change, and the strength of a political structure can be tested when voters enter the polling booth. The APC will therefore have to do more than rely on political endorsements if it wants to retain strong support in Rivers State. The opposition, meanwhile, will have to do more than criticize the government. It will need a convincing alternative capable of turning public frustration into actual votes. For Wike, the challenge is even more personal. His declaration that there will be no opposition in Rivers places his political reputation on the line. If Tinubu performs strongly in the state, Wike can point to it as evidence of his political influence. If the result goes differently, opponents will inevitably question whether his political machinery was as powerful as projected. The viral video is therefore unlikely to settle the argument, but it has certainly added another layer to the political context. Rivers youths are making their voice heard. Wike is projecting confidence, and the APC is defending its record. The real verdict will not come from a viral video, a political rally, or a ministerial declaration. It will come from the voters of Rivers State when they make their choices at the ballot box in 2027. And between now and then, the political battle for Rivers is only going to become more intense. If you found this report informative, share it with others. Subscribe to the channel for more political developments and analysis from Nigeria. I am Cassie Tony. Many thanks for watching.